That did it, Sam.
Feels good. Okay. Let's just sit here for a second.
Thank you. I'll get this cargo processed right away. Everything looks to be in serviceable condition. We've been waiting eagerly for your arrival. We're ready to join the chiral network.
Now displaying your current order grade.
We appreciate your help. Before you go, I have another favor to ask of you. In private, where we won't be overheard. There's a back room just past that terminal. I'll be waiting.
Order completed. Well done.
is this? We came here in peace.
It's all right. They don't mean us any harm. You must be Sam.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Couldn't have been easy getting here. Folks call me the doctor. My sisters and I don't normally allow men inside, but for patients we make an exception. It's clear you suffered greatly for this child's sake. Haven't you? May I, Sam?
Yeah.
Oh, these. They're chiral hands. So your BB's passed on.
You have dooms then, I take it.
I do. And it's given me an unusual gift. I can remove a BB from a still mother's womb without resorting to invasive surgery, and safely place it in a pod with minimal distress to the fetus.
Without using any tools whatsoever? So you're a psychic surgeon then?
A psychic midwife is what they call me. When I was with Bridges, I used these techniques to remove BBs from their mothers. Sam, you may be suffering from persistent, complex bereavement disorder.
Is that why you called me here? To tell me I got issues?
Sam, we're the motherhood.
The what now?
This shelter is a safe space for mothers.
Women and children would come here seeking peace. They also came because I could examine still babies. I'd move the fetus to a pod and perform what I would call a transposed screening.
I guess that's why they call you doctor. So, are you saying your technique allows you to treat still baby syndrome?
A BB pod is functionally no different than an incubator. And I was eager to bring our unborn children into the world. So, I thought I would give this little one a chance. Still baby or no, I was convinced I could bring a fetus to term outside the womb. So I placed him in the pod. And a moment later, his heart started beating. And then, after 3 minutes, it stopped. I tried as quickly as I could to get... The still baby was no longer viable. I'm sorry, Caesar. Over time, I tried to refine the pod tech to find a way to help women and their children. But treatment and life extension are impossible. All I could do was look. Even so, word got around and mothers in need of support started coming here. But unfortunately, not long after, men came knocking too. Men who wanted women. What could I do? I was only a doctor who delivered babies. And nothing more. Luckily, I had strong women around me. Mothers who were willing to stand up and fight for the sake of us all.
But as soon as we decided to take up arms, our man friends only got bolder.
If we don't fight back, they'll enslave us.
We can't and won't lay down our arms till our safety is guaranteed.
Where'd you get your hardware?
Weapons factory's been pumping them out non-stop. That's why all the locals around here are toting new toys. Yeah, plenty more of their new releases in the armory downstairs.
Sam, we want you to shut down their operation and halt the spread of weapons.
Stop them, please.
Please.
Prior to proceeding, we'll need to confirm the precise location of the factory. Let's make our way back to the DHV Magellan, Sam.
Sam, wait.
Yeah.
There. All finished.
Sam, this is Tarman. We've got an emergency on our hands here. I'm afraid the DHV Magellan is out of action. We can't move an inch. A cursory inspection confirmed that some critical parts of the propulsion system have become clogged up with tar. Our usual decontamination methods won't cut it. We'll need a special tar dissolvent to clear out the blockage. The F2 South Distribution Centre was kind enough to source some for us. I'd like you to pick up the order on site, collect the cargo and bring it back to the ship. Meanwhile, we'll be doing everything we can to keep ourselves from sinking further into the tar, as well as gathering information on the weapons factory. Don't let us down, Sam. Hi, Sam.
Sam.
Yeah.
I have another question for you. This one's a little bit harder than the first one. Sam.
Yeah.
I have another question for you. This one's a little bit harder than the first one. That's correct. Have a safe trip, Sam.
Cool. Snag.
Hey Sam, have you thought about using transponders? Make your life easier. I'm Sam! My name's Sam! No way, same here! Cargo is nearly ruined, Sam. Proceed with the utmost caution. Process your orders and requests. Out there!
Somebody lend me a hand!
Order accepted. Thank you.
Tell me, Sam, have you been having distressing dreams again lately? You know, nightmares can be indicative of the brain's internal struggles as we attempt to come to terms with traumatic events. By taking our memories of recent events and shuffling them in this fashion, we attempt to find ways of coping with them. Nevertheless, it can be an unpleasant experience. I hope you can get some restful sleep soon.
Now entering Chiral network coverage.
How's that one? Hey there! Hey!
Now displaying your current quarter grade.
Order completed. Well done.
Sam, I spoke with Rainey earlier. She tells me Tomorrow's making excellent progress with her studies. Before we left to see the Motherhood, she was tackling and solving relatively elementary problems. But it seems she's since progressed to intermediate and higher level ones. At this rate, she might well surpass our own capabilities before long. To learn is to grow. To watch her grow so quickly has been a delight.
Just a bit further now.
Thanks for the help, Sam. And, apologies for greeting you as a chirogram, despite all the effort you put in on our behalf. I'm tied up with ship repairs at the moment. Can't afford to risk contaminating this worksite either. Anyway, let me check your cargo. On you, Sam. This cargo looks to be in perfect condition. It's no wonder your client speaks so highly of your work.
Now displaying your current quarter grade.
Cheers for that, Sam. This'll take care of that blockage, no worries. We'll get started right away.
We can handle the blockage. It's fine. I'd rather you get some sleep so you're ready to tackle your next order. By the time you wake up, we'll probably be finished anyway. Enjoy your rest.
By the Motherhood's doctor to identify the location of the weapons factory. Stopping the supply of these weapons at the source will make it far easier to carry out future missions. Whereas leaving the factory alone only increases the risk of networked facilities coming under attack in the future. So let's shut it down ASAP. Tarman has already made preparations. Access the T3 Magellan's delivery terminal to pick up this main order. Tarman will explain the rest.
next order is a little complicated, if I'm being honest. I'll brief you on the particulars while you review the relevant information. Go ahead and accept this main order on the terminal. Okay, Sam. This next order calls for you to infiltrate a weapons factory and disable the weapon fabricators. The factory is located in this area. Although it's outside the chiral network, they have fabricators capable of producing advanced weaponry. We don't know what kind of security they have on site, so make sure you're prepared to face anything and everything. There's also a vital piece of equipment you'll need to take with you. We'll get it ready once you've finalized your route. The Ring Terminal expansion device is designed to support the Ring Terminal's hacking capabilities. The factory where the weapon fabricators are located is outside the bounds of the chiral network, and APAS has determined that you won't be able to hack into them with your Ring Terminal alone. But with this device in your possession, all you need to do is access the fabricator terminal. It'll be hacked and rendered inoperable before you know it. Once the terminal is out of action, they'll have no way of getting the fabricators up and running. And they'll likely conclude it's not worth the hassle to try and make weapons here again. Hacking the weapon fabricator terminal will also simultaneously extract any data stored in its drive. So be sure to bring the expansion device back to the Magellan once the fabricators are disabled. You'll need to submit it to the ship's delivery terminal to complete the order. We'll conduct a full analysis of the data you bring us. Oh, and a word of warning. This device contains unique components that can't be reproduced with a chiral printer. So whatever you do, don't break it. Get the job done, Sam.
took Sam a hot spring. Shall we take a dip? Wait, Sam. I don't think we're alone out here. How'd I do, Sam? Let's catch up. Nice catch. Okay, we're here. Use your ring terminal expansion device to hack into the fabricator terminal. We've extracted the necessary data as well. Let's make our escape and return to the DHV Magellan. Don't forget to bring the ring term.
Start getting your hands used.
Let that yawn out. There's no pretending. I will hold you and protect you. So let love warm you till the morning.
Hey, brother.
Did you miss me?
Hell no.
Yeah, I figured you'd pay this place a visit, seeing as how I've been distributing the fruits of this fine factory all over the continent. With guns and violence, the whole damn world could be yours. Same as it ever was. Oh. Looks like you decided to trade in that rope for a stick this go-round. Well, I suppose even a porter has to pull the trigger from time to time. Oh, what about you? Hey, buddy. Are you just another soulless little husk, huh?
Let go of me!
Oh.
Pathetic guitarist. Where's the rest of your band?
Well, ain't that something?
Was it you, Heads? Huh? Was it you that killed Lou?
You still don't know, do you? Sam the man in the dark about everything.
What the fuck do you know about my kid?
If you want answers, you're gonna have to find them yourself. But the ones you do find, well, that pain you nurse will only get worse. Now, I gotta say, I'm not a big fan of that fancy boat your friends brought along, so before they show up, how about I get a little taste of that endless agony? Something special just for you. Look at that rope you like so much. This here, my guts. And they'll grow tighter over time. You best believe they will pop your head clean off. But you are a patriot, meaning you'll just keep coming back. Only for my boys here to keep doing their thing over and over again. So you'll just die and die and keep on dying for all eternity.
Sam! Sam!
Yeah. Really is a shame you won't stay dead. But hey, locking you in a cycle of endless suffering, well, that's good too. So let's let the glorious game over loop begin. The fuck?
just like me.
Sorry, Sam. We'll have to have our fun another time.
Hey! Who the hell are you? No, wait!
What on earth was that red behemoth anyway? The way it wielded that sword was almost reminiscent of a samurai. A friend of yours, perhaps?
I don't know about that. But they helped me out before.
In any event, I think it's time we left this place. Come on, Sam. Let's get going and return the ring terminal expansion to the DHV Magellan.
To your favorite song, quietly retreat into the wild, and ardently believed it as a child that I would never come around again, even if the whole choir sang, even if the guilt church bells ring deep into the quiet night of ran. One day I'll wonder the song it was that you would sing to me. Rather remember, 'cause I've forgotten half my life. How did we get here? How the hell would anybody know? What were we doing? Whatever happened to
Now entering Cairo network coverage.
gold and honey milk and fireflies? Savor every moment in your eyes, 'cause I would never come around again, even if the whole choir sang,
Glad you're okay. I'll check your order status right away. That was some incredible fighting. I knew you had it in you.
Now displaying your current quarter grade.
I'm glad we could confirm that Higgs was involved. Though I still don't understand how he escaped the beach. The Ghost mech forces are definitely under his control. And Higgs is determined to spread weapons to every corner of Australia. The information we retrieved from the device you brought back to us only serves to confirm this. We now know for a fact that the weapons popping up in this region can all be traced back to that factory. But that's not all we've determined. We've also learned about a new type of fabricator, one that wasn't present at the weapons factory. It's not clear where they're being used or what they're producing, but this likely means there may be another factory out there. We'll look into it.
Great work, Sam. That factory won't be capable of producing weapons ever again. The Motherhood should rest a little bit easier with that knowledge. Higgs remains a concern, however. It is indeed possible he has another factory elsewhere in the continent. It seems we'll need to proceed with greater caution in the days and weeks ahead. Upgrading the Magellan may also be worth considering. As for you, Sam, you need only to continue expanding the network.
For now, Sam, you should return to your private room and get some rest. You made a real difference today.
She's at it again?
Wait! Looks like clear skies. Let the sun shine tomorrow. It's a Japanese game to predict the weather. I learned it as a kid. This is rainy, cloudy, and sunny. A charm to ward off evil spirits. To help keep tomorrow safe. Hope it's right.
Doesn't it always rain whenever you go outside, though?
Yes. But deep down in my heart, it's really sunny. Always.
Okay, your turn.
Okay. Let's do this. 明日天気になれ。
There. Now it'll be sunny.
Bye, Sam.
Bye. Whatever.
Sam, the neck injury you suffered during your altercation with Higgs appears to have healed. You know, I've been thinking about what he said at West Fort Knot. He claimed that extinction wasn't his creed, that he wanted to build a world where fear and violence are king. I can only assume that at present he lacks the means to set the last Stranding in motion. So instead, he settled for trying to pit people against one another so they can tear the world apart for him. The weapons factory was just a means to that end. All the more reason why we need to rely upon the rope that is the chiral network to bring the whole continent together. But that's not all he said, of course. He wanted to get under your skin with those comments about Loom. To get his revenge by inflicting as much pain and suffering as possible on the undying repatriate. Personally, I think you should try to put it out of your mind. Focus on finishing this journey, and in doing so, finding the closure you need. That's one of the reasons we took to the road, after all. That and finishing the network to bring forth a new plate gate. Let's carry on, Sam. One step at a time.
Sam, Charlie here. Another assignment has been registered in the system. You can pick up this main order by accessing the Motherhood's delivery terminal.
Rainy! Something wrong tomorrow?
Sam, do you remember the coffin Higgs used to make his escape from the weapons factory? Well, it seems we've identified a similar-looking object. The mechanic, whose shelter you're slated to link up next, reached out to us. He's asked us to go and retrieve this object on his behalf. I'll give you a more detailed briefing as you review the request. Accept the main order on this delivery terminal to proceed. Hello, Sam. Charlie here. This next order requires you to retrieve a piece of cargo. Said cargo is located somewhere within this armed survivalist's base, and is a distressingly familiar coffin-shaped object. Additional devices of unknown purpose appear to have been delivered to the base as well. While much remains unclear, securing the coffin for study may provide us with intel on Higgs and his movements. The mechanic is eager to conduct an analysis, and we have every intention of cooperating with him. That's all the additional information I have for now. There may be more surprises in store for us during this operation, so take all due care in plotting your route and finalizing your equipment loadout. We're counting on you, Sam.
Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized.
Order accepted. Thank you.
What's that there? Where are all these enemies? There, Sam. It's the coffin. Be careful. Higgs may still be inside that thing. Enemy reinforcements? But how? Looks like you have what was requested. All that remains now is to drop it off.
I'm glad you could make it. Did you really manage to retrieve the device? I'll need to assess its condition. Looks great to me. Thanks for taking such good care of it. Been waiting a long time for you to get here, friend. I understand you have a Cupid. Then go ahead and connect me to the network.
Now displaying your current quarter grade.
Fascinating, this ocean of information. It's so much more than I imagined. Enough for me to make great strides in multiple avenues of research. I hesitate to call it a reward, but I would like to present you with this. It's a classic collectible, sure to help you make lasting memories. I finished my examination of that coffin, and now I can share with you the coffin board schematic. It's essentially a coffin that's been equipped with an electric propulsion unit. Who made it and for what purpose is anyone's guess. I just happened to stumble across the associated data while I was studying the one you recovered. I'm also curious how such a bizarre device came into the possession of the armed survivalists. Even though the weapons factory has been destroyed, this and other dangerous tech has been popping up everywhere. We need to use all methods at our disposal to protect ourselves. Thanks again for all your help, friend. Oh, and by the way, the data scientist just posted a sub-order for you in the system. Sounds like she's got her hands on something intriguing. You should at least take a look at the request. But I won't keep you. We both have work to do.
Sam, the coffin you recovered for us is being examined by the mechanic as we speak. APAS's own analysis has concluded that while there is no evidence that Higgs was ever inside it, the technology it utilizes is undeniably related to that of the Ghost Mechs. Meaning it's possible that Higgs is still fabricating all new kinds of weapons. Now, as for the coffin board that the mechanic was kind enough to share with you, it's much more than just a mode of transport. If you're within network coverage, you can hide inside one and retreat into the tar currents. This provides an opportunity to catch your breath, or to attack the enemy with a stun bomb. The board you brought back had the very same functionality, so we're very lucky you stole it from the survivalists before they could learn how to use it. It would be terrible indeed if we had to contend with enemies attacking from the tar beneath our feet. I must commend you on a job well done. Thank you, Sam.
Thanks for doing your part, Sam. I know that wasn't an easy job. The time has come to finally connect East Fort Knot to the chiral network. That said, It will take a while longer for the necessary cargo to be ready for transport. So let's use this time for everyone to get some rest. Between decontaminating the ship and searching for the weapons factory, it's fair to say everyone's been feeling the strain. You and Dolman have had to complete several difficult orders recently, too. Wrap up any pressing and finished business, then return to the Magellan so you can take a break. We have a long road ahead of us, and we need to manage our health to make it to the end. On another subject, would you mind if I borrowed that instant camera the mechanic gave you? I bet Rainey and Tamara would love to try it out. Apparently, they're pretty rare these days. It'll be a fun experience for them.
I am in your debt.
Disengaging weapons restrictions.
Take care, Sam.
Raindrops are falling on my head, and just like the guy whose feet are too big for his bed, nothing seems to fit. Those raindrops are falling on my head, they keep falling. So I just did me some talking to the sun, and I said I didn't like the way he got things done, sleeping on the job. Those raindrops are falling on my head, they keep falling. But there's one thing I know, the blues they send to meet me won't defeat me. It won't be long till happiness themselves to greet me. Raindrops keep falling on my head.
No.
But that doesn't mean my heart will soon be turning.
I'm so sorry, Sam.
Crying's not for me, 'cause I'm never gonna stop the rain by complaining, because I'm free. Nothing's worrying me.
Sam, it's Hartman. Do you have a moment? I've been wondering, is there a child on board with us? I asked because there were building blocks in my room, and I certainly don't recall putting them there. Unless you know something about them?
Maybe they belong to Tomorrow? She's taken an interest in all kinds of things.
Yes, that could well explain it. Right. Sorry for bothering you.
Did you manage to get some rest, Sam? I hope so. Your next order is ready for you. This time you've been asked to deliver some cargo to East Fort Knot. But you need to travel to West Fort Knot to pick it up. And that's quite far from your final destination. The DHV Magellan can take you straight there at least. Plot a course for us and we'll get underway. Drawbridge is on standby for now. But once you accept this order, you can be assured that we'll provide you with whatever support you need. See to your equipment, then head to the West Fort Knot delivery terminal to get started.
Hey Sam, Tarman here. We used this recent downtime to modify the DHV Magellan so you can change its exterior colour at will. If you access your ring terminal while in your private room, you'll see a new customization function is now available. So if you'd like to change things up before tackling your next order, you're more than welcome to do so.
Get and go. Cheese. Woo. Are we all in this? Hey, Sam.
Hi. What are you guys doing?
Nothing important.
Can you take a picture of us?
Sure.
If we want to do it right, we could choose somewhere else.
All right.
Why don't you choose? That's a nice photo.
Thanks. That'll make for a great memento.
I love it.
You take care, Sam.
All right, later.
One last question for you. This one's hard. Do you think you can solve it? Sam.
Yup.
One last question for you. This one's hard. Do you think you can solve it? Congratulations!
Super cool.
Woo!
Sam, it's Tarman. This order calls for the delivery of some specialized medical equipment. West Fort Knott is the only place nearby with the facilities capable of fabricating it. Unfortunately, the DHV Magellan can't assist with transport. The risk of tar contamination is too great, which means you'll need to take it the overland route. There we are. Hook them up to the network once you're there, and we'll move the ship to your position.
Order accepted. Thank you.
Take care now.
Feels good.
Hartman's condition is cause for concern. There's no sugarcoating the tremendous strain he's putting on his body. His is undeniably one of the hardest 21-minute syndromes to live with. The regular disruption to his circulatory system and the flow of blood is damaging all of his organs. And let's not forget that the heart itself has a great many pain receptors. Part of me wishes I could swap places with him. Not that my body would ever serve as a suitable substitute for his. Focus on the task at hand. Creatures can travel in groups of several hundred individuals. If you intend to face them, explosive ordnance is your only viable option. Pick out as many as you can at once.
stretching his legs.
You are only 17, you don't know what it means. So I climb down and pick the cherries that fell to the ground.
Good evening, Sam. Drawbridge credentials verified. Welcome, Sam.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised.
Too close for comfort.
Facility grounds.
Access the delivery terminal to process your orders and requests.
Oh, you are only 17, you don't know what to fear. And all we know is what we have to hold and call our dear. And I will want to know where you are. You'll find
That was close.
I don't know how loud I'll have to sing for you to hear.
Too close.
Whew, quite the close call there, huh?
If I can't marry you, I'll go. Oh, my cherry. There is only this I know. I will die before I'm old.
Steady. It's too close. Fuck. Whoa. That was close.
Contamination in progress. No anomalies detected. Welcome, Sam.
Fuck.
I appreciate you coming all this way. You're a lifesaver. I'm not just saying that either. I mean it. Seriously. This ASAP. That's more or less all right. Damage within acceptable parameters and all that.
We are so grateful for your support. Put us online with your Cupid. We're ready.
Now displaying your current order grade.
Looks like we've finally become part of the chiral network. Between this and the life support systems you brought us, we can begin giving proper treatment to all the folks suffering from chiral contamination. Oh, I got a little present I'd like to give you as a thanks. Take it with my compliments. Those beauties are pretty hard to come by these days. And I just know they'll look great on you. Oh, in addition to that, I've shared the data for a Boca skeleton. It's a piece of equipment specially tailored to porter work, allowing you to carry lots of cargo without difficulty. Ideal for keeping your balance while making your deliveries. Steep slopes and rivers are no match for this baby. It's bound to make your next runs much easier, and it'll help you expand the network too. You know, before you came along, we lost a lot of people to chiralium exposure. For a while there, it felt like we were counting the days until the inevitable void out. But it seems like we'll be able to avoid that terrible fate after all. We won't fall victim to the same tragedy that befell North Fort Knott. Our facility here at F4 isn't just a network connection point. It's also a key distribution hub for the eastern part of the continent. Without it, lots of folks would lose access to deliveries, and you'd have no chance of extending the network any further. And without a fully linked up continent, we'll never get to see a new plate game manifest. No need to worry though. You've guaranteed we'll be around for a good while yet. Rest assured that we will keep working to improve our skeleton tech. We'll be continuing our research into road development as well. All to bring this continent into the fold. We've got a lot riding on you drawbridge folks. I hope you won't let us down.
Hello, Sam. It's me. More than 50% of the Australian continent is now connected to the chiral network. And it was you who made this possible. On behalf of the company, allow me to extend my sincerest thanks. It's likely that the difficulties we face will only continue to increase as we press on. But you and your comrades will rise to the challenge. Of this I have no doubt whatsoever. The probability of creating a new plate gate rises with each expansion. Do what you must to make it happen.
Sam, it's happened again. A disruption in the tar currents. We won't be able to head your way just yet.
Sam, this could be the result of that Nirvana phenomenon, right? We won't know unless we take a look out.
It's not an invitation.
Whatever you care to call this riddle of a place. Strange. I feel as though my body's become lighter. Are you thinking what I'm thinking, Sam? You might be able to jump much further than usual. Got grenade launchers. It's risky, but you could try taking their weapons for your own use. You up for the challenge, Sam?
Cazzo sei?
above us. Something's coming. Watch out! Islanders are a real nuisance. Think there might be a way to destroy them? Got him on the ropes. He's trying to flee to the church down below us. recognize his face?
No, I don't.
Sam, do you read me? Come in, Sam. Come in.
We were whisked away to that strange place again.
What? We only lost you for a few seconds.
And time must flow differently over there, like on the beach.
Well, glad you're all right. The tar currents seem to have settled down, so we'll be able to surface there shortly. Just sit tight, okay?
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Sam, why don't we return to the DHV Magellan and get some rest? You can ask Fragile to look into that card you obtained as well. Oh, it seems all the possessions you had earlier are in that open space over there.
Sam, we've uncovered some new information about that ID card you brought back. I'll give you the details on the bridge.
His name is Neil. Neil Vanna.
Neil Vanna? Oh, here I thought he said Nirvana. There must still be tar in my ears.
It seems that the ID card you brought back belonged to the man himself. Charlie helped me dig up the details.
The card was issued by Bridges years ago, when the Chiral network was still being developed. Records confirm that Vanna has been dead for some time.
So he was a member of Bridges?
No, it doesn't look like he was.
Vanna was a porter contracted by Bridges to handle jobs with special requirements. Like all of you, he was a doom sufferer who leveraged his abilities.
A top-notch porter by all accounts. He worked the Mexican border. Brought over all kinds of useful stuff.
Ostensibly, resources and medical supplies. But in truth, he transported drugs and other prohibited goods.
So he was a smuggler.
Vanna's ID card served as a key to some of Bridges' secure installations, though only a select few, of course. Specifically, those dedicated to the BB experiments, along with various other medical facilities.
I believe that the place you went to for counseling was one of them.
But everything in that area was obliterated 11 years ago by a void out, one in which Neil Vanna died. And from which you alone, Sam, were fortunate enough to emerge alive. Prior to all that, your counseling sessions made you a regular visitor, yes? Well, records indicate Vanna frequented the same facility. There's a fair chance that the two of you might have met before. Do you recall seeing him?
It's hardly surprising. A great number of people pass through there all the damn time. No one would remember them all.
By the way, Sam, you saw Tomorrow with the apples in the corridor, right? It seems she was training, trying to gain more control over her temporal abilities. Taking green...
Take care, Sam.
From this location, you should be able to see some snow-capped mountains, Sam. Your next objective can be found in the heart of them, in the form of the Eastern Environmental Observatory. Once again, you'll need to link up several sites en route to this destination. The first such site to be brought online is the Chronobiologist Shelter, which is due west. Pick up the main order on this delivery terminal in order to begin.
Order accepted. Thank you. access the delivery terminal to process...
Good to see a friendly face. It's been a while since I've had visitors. I'll check your cargo right away. There's barely any damage I can see. That's great. Really great. I can't tell you how relieved I am that you caught it here safe and sound. I should have no trouble continuing my research. All right. Use your Cupid to connect to my shelter.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
I'm finally part of the chiral network. I've been looking forward to this moment. I should be able to conduct research at a faster pace than ever. Please accept this by way of thanks. I picked up this accessory in the UCA. You should try attaching it to your backpack. Who knows? It might bring you good luck. Oh, and in case you're curious, the cargo you brought me contained a stock of cryptobiote variants. I've taken to calling them chronobiotes. They appear to alter your body's internal clock for a brief period when consumed. Just another example of the many ways the Death Stranding is wreaking havoc on our perception of time. It's introduced us to Timefall and the beach, as well as the EEs that brought about previous mass extinctions. You know, I can't help but wonder if extinction entities are related to chronobiotes. Anyway, I'm glad you're here. Especially with the strange incidents we've been hearing about lately. I hope this isn't the last time we meet. With no one else around to make deliveries, I was beginning to think I'd have to call it quits. Oh, by the way, a suborder just got posted about those strange incidents I mentioned. You can check it on the delivery terminal here. It's probably in your interest to find out more anyway, given how much time you spend outside. And, who knows, you might even be able to convince them to join the chiral network, too. I just hope we can get to the bottom of things sooner rather than later. Thanks again, and take care.
Well then, Sam. By the way, we have info on Nilvana to share. Could you join me on the bridge?
Order completed. Well done.
Disengaging weapons restrictions.
Take care, Sam.
We managed to learn a few more things about Nilvana. You may remember that he was a porter contracted by Bridges. That's what we told you before. Since then, I received a mail.
Another one from our very own Hartman, I'm guessing. Look, we sure we can trust them? Whoever they are?
They are almost certainly someone on the inside. Someone with access to the UCA's administrative systems. It seems Neil Vanna was attending therapy sessions.
But the real revelation is who Vanna's therapist was. Charlie, can you please explain?
A specialist who worked with other doomed sufferers, including one Sam Bridges. She was your therapist and your partner.
Lucy?
Neil Vanna's name was on our client list. Right there in black and white.
That's crazy.
We also uncovered a photo you should see.
Per the records, they perished in a void out which claimed an entire city. A void out only you survived, Sam.
Lucy was pregnant at the time.
It wasn't mine. The child she was carrying. She straight up told me to my face. I never had any kids. She was just my shrink, helping me to work through my often phobia. That's all she ever was to me.